Hey everybody, welcome back to my June bench update. So, not too much to report. As always, been super busy and backwards and forwards from US to Europe for work, but I have made some progress. And if you remember back to May, a month ago, I started work on the box, this little guy, and I think at the time I just did a little hole on saying how amazing it was and stuff. Now, I'm about 95% done, I'll show you in a minute, and don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful kit, but there are a few issues. Now, if you're on my Patreon or my YouTube channel members, you've seen my little updates the past couple of weeks, my weekly updates, where I've gone through and talked about this, and you know that it's not all rainbows and unicorns. So, the instructions aren't the best. Very kind of amusing hobby, seems kind of similar to kind of border models. A little bit ambiguous in some locations. Arrows pointing doesn't really kind of clearly show you where stuff goes. There's no real attachment points, that kind of stuff. If you get past that, again, it's building up to a nice model. And yeah, the tracks just click together, plastic links, no glue, just click together. And in theory, it seemed okay, but when I tried to put them on the tank, they just kind of crumbled. And so I had to pretty much put this down, leave it for a week, and then I came back to it earlier today and actually got the tracks on just very carefully and gently put them on. Add a couple of links to each side just so I had a little bit extra, less tension to kind of attach it, because with so much tension, they just kind of, the links just break apart, and it was a right nightmare. So let me kind of show you where I'm at. So I'm about 95% done. Just put the decals on a couple of hours ago, so I'll be careful, I don't want to kind of touch them. But there she is, the Centurion, and looking pretty good, as you can see, and about 95% done. So I've got basically just hand paint the tools. I've got to put some, I think some tracks and some jerry cans all over it, and weather it because it's just been painted. So simply just painted it black, well, primed it black, came back white, just in shadow coat, basically on the side, all the center panels hit white, and then put the Mr. Hobby color. I can't remember what I used, but whatever one I used over the top. And there she is, looking pretty good. Massive amount of 5 decals to put on, the V and 3 on each side, and the little guy here over the barrel. And kind of turn it around again, being gentle here so I don't drop it. But yeah, the tracks are a bit of a nightmare. As you can see, one side, I just need to hand paint a couple links I added there, just to tie it all together. But great detail. Again, maybe not quite as amazing as I made out in the very last month's video, but again, it's turning out to be a really nice piece of armor, just not quite as easy. Maybe not for a beginner, because again, a little bit kind of circumspect the way you put certain parts and stuff on. But there we go. Yeah, hope you agree, looking pretty awesome. So still need to weather it too. So nothing crazy on this one, just maybe a little pin wash here and there. And so I kind of like it the way it is, the color tones and the pre-shading and yeah, and maybe do a simple base, because I'm thinking with the base, my idea might be these tracks again are a little bit fragile, so if it's stuck on the base, we mitigate the yeah, the movement of the tracks and any damages there. But yeah, there we go. So that's the what's a Centurion. I can't say it today. Centurion tank, which is basically in Israeli spec, is IDF shot cow. Is what it is from 1973, Valley of the Tears. So there you go. But yeah, let's build armor. And again, I don't want to ruin it, but go crazy weathering, just subtle weathering, I think, and a little bit of hand painting here and there. So that's all I've been working on the past month, really, just here and there. Like I said, I had to put it down for a month, put it down for a week, because yeah, those tracks broke. I was like, yeah, I can't deal with this. It's very frustrating. So walked away, came back to it today, and like I said, a little bit, renewed patience, managed to get those tracks on, and fingers crossed they're holding. So that's what I've been working on. Not sure what I'm going to work on next. Might be a World War II aircraft, possibly 32nd scale. Not sure. I got the Mustang, Tamiya Mustang, and Tamiya Spitfire in my stash. And also I just got one kit today, which I mentioned last month, actually just arrived this morning from China. So it only took about 2 weeks from the vendor I use on eBay, and I think it's about $55 shipped, which is a great price. So it's actually a 35th scale kit, and it's a Focke-Wulf 190A by Border Models. Never built a 190 before, and there's some really interesting schemes. There's one with like a checked nose, which I'm interested in, but I know I gotta look at a decal. It might be a nightmare to get a decal down, but that one guy right there catches my attention. And let's see, it's 2, 4, 6, 7 different schemes on there. Really nice detailed engine, and again 35th scale. So that kind of brings something new to the table. It's up 32nd, 35th, so it goes with all your armor. I.e., this guy, same scale, obviously different era, time period. But yeah, good for dioramas and stuff, I guess. But looked at the box really quickly. Looks a really nice kit. Again, really nicely detailed. Being border models, I guess I'm a little skeptical about the instructions. But service detail looks beautiful. I can show you right now real quick. So let me open up. And it comes with a full engine and weapon interior. So I guess gun bay. But just the rivet detail on this is pretty awesome. I'll show you the way you can see on this camera. And this lighting too. But that's so I did a little experiment because being 35th scale, I'm thinking, hey, it's not too much different to 32nd scale. And actually, I have a 32nd scale Revell 190 in my stash I've had for years. So I took it out and I put a picture up now. I kind of placed the parts on top of each other. And there's definitely a little bit of a difference. And just measuring it, looking at the wingspan with the scales, I think you're at about 12.5 inches wingspan for a 32nd scale and about 11.5 inches for a 35th scale. So definitely a little bit of difference there, but nothing too crazy. Still a really nice size. And they do, I think in this range, they have the Stuka and they have the 109 as well. But just looks really great. I mean, the detail on this thing, I mean, the rivet detail looks pretty awesome. And again, that'll be how you can see the plastic and stuff. But yeah, good looking kit. And then $55, you can't ship, you can't go wrong. Like, what can you get for $55 nowadays? If you want a 30-second scale aircraft, you're looking at least $100. So 30, I know this is 35th, but it looks like a really nice detailed kit. A little bit kind of on the similar to the Tsukimura 109 I built recently, actually, in terms of detail, I'm thinking. But actually, let's take another look in here. I just took a real quick look earlier and see what we've got going on here. Like the instrument panel, the engine detail. Got a fair amount of screws in here. But we got, not including, we've got a little bit of photo etch, I think. We've got 1, 2, 3 little sprues, a couple of these guys, more plastic, fuselage, and again, like in a wingspan, and a nice box full of plastic. And again, $55. I mean, you can't go wrong with that one. So I might be tempted to pick up some of these other ones, the Stuka maybe as well, and because it's cool looking for a great value and something a little bit different. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that one. So got that one. Just again, ordered about 2 weeks from China. You can't go wrong there. And the other thing I got to mention, follows my channel will know from about 2 years ago. Remember the part works going on? I got the Eleanor, which I got rid of, fortunately, because that company went out of business. But I have been collecting for the past year and a half, nearly 2 years, the Fast and the Furious Dodge Charger in 1/8 scale. Is it 1/8 scale? I think it's 1/8 scale. And if you can see the number there, I'm up to 91, 2, 3, I'm up to 94 now, parts 90, you get 4 a month. So I'm up to 94 out of 110. So 3 more months and I'm going to be done with this one. And reminder, you get parts sent. I've not started it yet, so I got 91, 92. You get basically little parts sent. On this one, the window does wind down on the door, on the driver's and passenger door. So basically over 110 parts, you get all the parts you need and it makes a giant metal Dodge Charger. Now, I haven't started it. All these parts are in the attic in 2 giant plastic containers, storage containers. And my plan was to kind of binge build it at once. At this stage, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to build it. I really have nowhere to put it, and it's pretty good. There's a pretty decent value on it. So my plan right now is really just collect the final 3 parts, have everything, and then probably just sell it for what I paid for it to somebody who doesn't want to wait 2 years for a subscription. And then they can build it themselves, I guess. So yeah, Dodge Charger Fast and Furious. Again, can you believe I'm up to parts 94 already? Wasn't so long ago. I was at part number 1 a year and a half, 2 years ago. That is really it. I'm looking around here. I don't think I have anything else really going on. Messy bench, which is pretty good because it means I'm doing some work here, being productive. And that is really it. Short and sweet for a little bench update. Thinking about it, yeah, nothing else to report. So I'm gonna carry on working with this guy. I'm probably about a couple of evenings work left in it on this guy. Just wanted, again, a little hand painting here and there, a few little last touches and a little bit of basic weathering, and we're going to be call this one done. Maybe a little simple base as well. So that is really it in terms of my scale modeling update for this week, this month, should I say. In lieu of doing build videos on Patreon, I have been trying to do where I can weekly little videos, just behind the scenes of what I've been up to, and just kind of this kind of format, more vlog, conversational kind of videos, talking a little bit more about the build I'm working on. That is it. So thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I'll catch you next month. Goodbye.